All right, hopefully you've considered my question, which is, can you explain why line length needs to use a conditional? What are the two conditionals? And remember, a conditional is if, then else. So if something's happening, then do this. Otherwise, do this. So let's go ahead and answer this question by looking into our word problem line length. So I'm going to go ahead and follow along here, and it says write a function called line length, and so I know right there that that's my name, so line length can go right here, line length, and then which takes in two numbers, so I know that my domain is going to be number, and then it returns the positive difference between them. So I know that positive difference means difference is the answer to a subtraction problem, and so I know that this is going to be a number of some sort, but I'm not exactly sure how that's going to add into my recipe. So it should always subtract, this is interesting, it should always subtract the smaller number from the bigger one, and if they are equal, should return 0. So let's go ahead and talk about what this function should do. So this function, it sounds like, takes the input of two numbers and returns the positive difference between the two. All right, so just like what we had in the examples, we could say here that this is going to be line length. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this line so that maybe we can just have some space here. So line length, and again I'm going to go ahead and make this font smaller, bear with me here, and I'm going to delete this underline here. Line length, and I know I need to put in two numbers, so I'll go ahead and put something easy like 40 and 30, get rid of this underline, and then close. So I know that my computer, what I want the computer to do is going to be to subtract 30 from 40, so I write it like that. But what's going to happen if I want to maybe do the opposite? So I'll just go ahead and delete this here. And words being difficult today. I've never made a video screencast, especially of something I haven't taught in a long time, so I appreciate your patience. So again, line length is going to be, let's say 14. I probably need a G, right? Okay, and then let's say this time I'll say 30 and 40. So in order to get a positive number, I'm going to have the same subtraction problem as I did. I'm so sorry about this. So I'm going to have to say subtract again 30 from 40. But let's just think about this for a minute. If I subtracted 40 from 30, I'd have negative 10. And if I subtracted 30 from 40, I'd have positive 10. But either way, I'd have 10, and the absolute value of 10 or negative 10 is still 10. So it would seem as if the distance is 10. Either way we do it. Go ahead and take a second to see if you can fill out the next part, which is define, and figure out what the conditional might be.